Hi guys, thanks for attending on your Thursday night. It's highly appreciated. I thought I'd just give you an update on the Staff Growth and Improvement Seminar. As we're getting closer towards the end of the year, we like to give these sorts of updates in regards to the projects which we've done throughout the year. So obviously this was the event where we took you to the Albert Park golf course, and we encouraged you to provide insights into where you thought like areas of where you could improve in regards to projects, company procedures, a broad variety of different areas. Overall, as a company, we found this extremely successful, and we're definitely going to be implementing it in future years. In regards to the time frame, unfortunately, this went a little bit over just due to the difficulties regarding COVID restrictions and everything. But we definitely managed to get it done. There were a few Teams calls, probably a few more than we wanted, but at the end of the day, we managed to provide independent training to a lot of people from specialists and find areas where we as a company could improve as well. Overall, we did it after the survey which we sent out. We found that there was high levels of satisfaction from all of our employees as well. Definitely going to be repeating this process. We'll probably be using a similar responsibility matrix in future projects, just due to how effective it was and how quickly it got implemented. In regards to the obviously the most important bit for the company, the budget, we actually underperformed. Overperformed. We ended up spending less than the amount we wanted to spend. So that's a huge win for the company, and hopefully we can put those savings into something in the office or even some future event for us. So we definitely happy with that result. So that's largely on behalf of the specialists. We found the specialists were a lot cheaper to come in and provide training than expected. As I mentioned, the timeline went a little bit over, but that's okay. It's not too much of a big issue. Now, I'd also like to discuss performance of this project and the quality, specifically the quality. So Plan, Do, Check, Act was implemented, and we found it extremely beneficial in regards to the quality of the processes which we decided to use. And it's definitely, we can see why it's implemented in so many ISOs and why it's such an important feature. So we'll definitely be planning, doing, checking, and acting in future projects. I believe obviously risk management is a huge part of construction. So that's something which we're very used to implementing in regards to the risk matrices and all of those sorts of things. So these processes have obviously been reviewed by all of the managers, and we found that all of the risks, they were quite low risk things such as weather impacting on the training events, and obviously things like COVID. I guess that's wasn't really a risk which we considered at the very start of the project, but we'll definitely be doing that on future projects. Now, in regards to future projects which we'll be completing, I thought it'd be important to discuss our ongoing responsibilities. Basically, we're going to be just using, for future projects like this, we're going to be using a very similar management style. So if anybody has any feedback on potential changes they'd like to make to that, feel free to speak up. But otherwise, we're going to be going on with similar responsibilities. I would like to encourage you now to ask any questions if anybody has any.
Hey, Patrick. So what lesson have you learned from this project?
I've definitely learned that COVID can impact things a lot more than expected, and also that having a fun event actually encourages people to want to learn. So if you do the event at the second half of the day and have the first half of the day used for a work-based activity, people will be a lot more motivated to get that out of the way so they can go out and have some fun. So that definitely worked very well for us, and we'll be hopefully doing some more stuff like this in the future.
Cool.
Actually, I had a question as well. Would you have the same budget for future projects, or would you change it up?
Well, based on the fact that we found that specialists were a lot cheaper to engage, I'll probably lower the budget next time, or potentially maybe keep it the same and see if there's some other way which we can improve. But that will be implemented in our next PDCA sort of meeting where we plan out the next meeting, plan out the next project. I mean, yeah, did anybody else have any other questions?
Yeah, all good. Thank you.
Fantastic,
Thank you.
guys. Thanks for attending. Have a great rest of your night. I'll distribute
Awesome.
the minutes shortly.